Hi guys, I'm Keith, the Book Eater. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to make another video and to show you guys what I recently received. I recently received books from indie authors across the globe, from the States all the way to Europe. Authors have sent me their amazing work for me to read and review on my different platforms, which I'm really excited about. All the books that I share with you today, I'm going to put the links to the authors' pages in the description. I had to make sure I was going to say that right. In the description below, you guys will see the links to all the authors' Amazon pages where you can buy their books. Okay, I don't know why it took so much for me to say that. Excuse the crows mating in the tree, like there are crows like to the right of me mating. I believe they're mating because I've never heard crows make noises like that. Or maybe they're just like crowing. I don't, they're really loud about it, whatever they're doing. Anyway, I'm really excited to share the books that I received. I cannot wait to jump into reading these books. I have not seen any of the covers yet. I waited to open them with you guys, but I have torn the tops off so that the video can go rather quickly. So let's jump right into it and let's see what I have. Oh, this is a beautiful cover. Bleeding Words by Tammy Cleckley. It's so beautiful. All the books that I will be unwrapping today, you will see the links below in the description so that you can support the authors by going to Amazon and purchasing their books. So this book is about a woman named Ramona Jackson who dropped out of college when she became pregnant. Casting aside her aspirations of becoming a professor and traveling the world, she focuses all of her energy on raising her daughter, Jazz. Jazz and Ramona have a close but somewhat rocky relationship as Jazz observes her mother living a life that she doesn't completely accept. Despite the conflicts and turmoil, Jazz decides she is not going to let anything stand in her way of making her dreams come true. I'm going to stop it there with the synopsis. So if this is something that you want to read, again, I'm going to post the links below. This cover is absolutely beautiful. It is a full-length novel and it's about 400 pages. So thank you so much, Miss Tammy Cleckley. I cannot wait to dive into your work and to review on all my platforms. Thank you so much for sending me your baby. I will take beautiful care of her. And the cover is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's keep moving. Those crows are really going in. Running from a Goon to a Savage, okay, by Mocha Mahan. This is a novella. It's about 153 pages, and I believe it's part of a series because it says to be continued at the end. So I'm assuming this is the first book in the series. So this is about a woman named Kanisha Davis who thought she would find the love of her life through Cedric Thompson. A relationship that was meant to be a match made in heaven quickly turned to hell due to an ultimate betrayal. Okay. I think I can read this in about a day. It's a really quick novella, and the writing is a pretty nice size. So I think I can get through this in about a day. I do not really read urban fiction, but this looks like something that I could really get into. I'm really excited about it. The last urban fiction I think I read was Me and My Boyfriend, and that was one of my favorite books. Still is one of my favorite books to this day. So like a good urban fiction or urban romance will draw you in and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I read that in one sitting. And this looks like something that I would read in one sitting. So thank you so much, Mocha Mahan. I will have this read in the next couple of days. Look forward to writing my review on it. Again, everything that I open today, every book that I open, you guys will be able to see it, the links in the description to go and support these indie authors. Let's keep it moving. Love Changes, A Second Chance, from the author of Love Chances, Carrie Farley. And this is another novella. I love novellas because they're really quick reads. This is about 130 pages. And this is about a woman named Andrea Williams who at the tender age of 18 never thought she would take a chance at the game of love and marriage because she thought it would cost her everything. After the aftermath of pain, 15 years of battling through never-ending cycle and stages of grief, of marriage, first love, she accepts and becomes comfortable with the reality of what's in the cards for her. I'm paraphrasing the synopsis. Okay, so I don't have to read word for word. These covers are really nice. They're really, really nice. And I think they're going to be really, really quick reads, which I'm really excited about. I'm so excited. Let's keep it moving. One Foot Out the Door by Lasonda Moore. Another novella. This one is about 191 pages. Jasmine and Tyrone have been together since high school. He is always out running the streets and entertaining other females. When she reaches her limit, she breaks off the relationship. Jasmine goes to a party and meets with her best friend and meets someone new. She starts spending time with him and developing feelings. When Tyrone learns that she's dating again, he shows up at the door trying to sabotage her mission to find happiness. That sounds really good. And I really love this cover. Like, the character on the front of the book, she is such a queen. Look at her. Like, she's so pretty. I really love this cover. And again, the writing and the formatting is really nice. So I think it's something I can definitely get through in a matter of a day. Thank you so much, Miss Moore. Thank you so much, Miss Farley, for sending me your books. These covers are so cute. I really, really love them. Okay, this book came from Cassandra Dyer, and she is one of my European authors who sent me something. Thank you so much for sending me your work all the way from Europe. I really appreciate it. Success with the Wrong Queen. Ooh, I love the aesthetics of the cover. I love it. I love how one woman is really shapely and the other isn't. I love the man in the middle. And look at the look what they're thinking. They're thinking in terms of emojis. That is so cute. What would you do if you're always thinking of someone from your childhood? If you couldn't shake the feeling, would you satisfy your curiosity? To outsiders, it may look like Trey's life is perfect. He got the wealth, he got a beautiful fiance, China, and most importantly, he has his health. Looks perfect, right? What more could he ask for? Though dreams become reality, they haven't filled the space in his heart because there's still one thing missing. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's a love from his past that he wants after he sees her one night, maybe. I don't know, I'm guessing. But it's another novella, and it's about 97 pages. I can get through this in about an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna read this one first. Actually, I received this book first. I'm gonna read in order that I received them, but I think I'm going to definitely start this one today because I think I can finish by tonight. I'm really, really excited to read this book, and it's such a cute cover. Thank you so much, Miss Dyer, for sending me this book. I cannot wait to read and review. We're going to keep it moving. Abrielle Foster, and this was written by Christian M. Franklin. I love this cover. This cover is very like 80s-esque, isn't it? Like, not quite. I hope it's like a glare. It's like the sun is like glaring. And I'm like, it's so hot here in Maryland. I just gotta catch the breeze for a second. You guys have to give me like a second to catch the breeze. It's so hot. This cover is hot. It's like, can you guys see it? It's so cute. Okay, so Abrielle, an African-American child with braids in her hair and bracelets to clutch, finds herself moving in with the Graves family after her mother is arrested. She very much considered life with her mama over, and this was depressing until Marley Graves' tenderness makes living with the Graves more desirable. I'm gonna stop there. So I'm assuming it is a friends to lovers trope. I'm assuming it's a friends to lovers trope, and it is a novella. It's about 170 pages or so, 180 pages, and the aesthetics is really pretty. The font reminds me of like typewriting. See, it goes with the 80s and early 90s. That's what early 90s is really like. Yeah, like 1994, 1995, and absolutely, like, the font is really, really cute. I think the whole book is just adorable. It's like a pocket-sized novella. It's so cute. Also, I do know that Christian M. Franklin, from looking at her social media before she sent me her book, she serves our country here in the States. Thank you so much, Ms. Franklin, for serving our country and for all that you do to keep us safe as American citizens. So thank you. Her book will be, like all the others, in the comment section below. So you can click it and support her if this looks like something or sounds like something that you're interested in. Thank you. The cover is absolutely beautiful and I absolutely love it. Let's keep it moving. Dream, keep it moving. That's so funny that I said let's keep it moving and it says keep it moving on there. It's by Cynthia L. Walker. Cynthia L. Walker. All right. So I'm so intrigued by someone's locking their car. Sorry about that. I'm so intrigued by this book just by opening it. So upon looking at it, you would think it's a poetry book, right? But there are activities in here for you to do, like write a letter to the last person who made you angry or sad. So there are activities in here for you to do, and there's, I think, poetry, and there's letters. When I skimmed through it just now, I thought I saw a letter. No. Yes, it's letters to God from the author. So I feel like this is like a type of journal type, interactive journal type book where you get pieces of the author in it, and she gives you opportunities to get to know yourself better. But I have to start it in order to make sure that I have, you know, I'm explaining it right. So don't take my word for it because I'm opening it for the first time in front of you. But I cannot wait to dive into it and see what this is about. It looks very fascinating, like a quick read and like a self-help inspirational type read. Close your eyes and allow your dreams to take you where your fears won't allow you to go. And that's a quote from Cynthia Walker. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's a motivational type book where you get, like I said, pieces of the author and you can give pieces of yourself, hopefully coming full circle and getting to know who you are as an individual towards the end. Extension activity lists 20 good things about yourself. I love this. I love this. This is so great. Thank you so much, Miss Walker. I cannot wait to start reading this, start filling this out, and reviewing your work. Thank you for trusting me with your baby. I really appreciate it and appreciate you. I love this. And I love like the graffiti style design on the book. I love this. I love this. I love this. All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving. Oh, I love this cover. 42 minutes. 42 minutes. I love this cover. It's by Janae Harden. I saw this cover on a group, in a reading group that I'm a part of, Black Girls Read Too. I'm so excited that I'm going to be getting this book. I have a blogger friend who read this book a couple weeks back and she absolutely loved it. So I'm so excited to have the paperback and to be able to read it. It wasn't until she held his remains that she knew she was in big trouble. Wow. Indigo Lewis is counting down the days until high school graduation. As editor of the high school newspaper, she's put in her time and hopes it's enough to get her away from her troubled family life. Her father is constantly struggling to pay bills, and her mother is locked away in a mental hospital. Oh my gosh. Even with after school job, it doesn't seem like she will get enough money together to go to college. Okay? Jackson Green is a kid of wealth and privilege, but with a secret. So he's used to gliding his way through life, and he offers Indigo a simple deal: write a newspaper blog to help him get into college, and he will use his family's wealth and connections to get her into college too. He promises it will be a no strings attached deal to get them both what they want after high school. Always used to pushing the envelope, Jackson uses his position and power to get Indigo caught up in increasingly uncomfortable requests and eventually blackmails her. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stop there. Oh my gosh, look at the inside of this book. The aesthetics are so pretty. Oh my gosh. This book is really gorgeous. This book is really gorgeous. It's really, 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 really gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It's really beautiful. And it says the Indigo Lewis series, so I'm assuming it's part of a series. The book is part of a series. I don't know if it's an attached series or a standalone in a series. But Miss Janae Harden, thank you for giving me or sending me your work, rather. I am so excited to read this. I love everything about this book. I haven't even read it yet, but I love the aesthetics of the inside. I love the beautiful cover on the outside. The girls on the outside are so beautiful. the plot just sounds so fascinating. So thank you so much for sending this to me. I cannot wait to jump in and get started reading it. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh, it's something else in here. Oh, bookmarks. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's bookmarks. It looks like magnet bookmarks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's keep it moving. Anita and Elliot, Crown and Crossroads. I'm thinking this is a poetry book. Yes. It's a poetry book. I love poetry books. One, I'm like sweating. I'm really sweating. It's so hot. One, I love the fact that when you read poetry, it's a quick read, but also you get parts of the writer in every poem. And they're so in depth in such a small amount of words or such a short amount of sentences. You get so much about the writer in that short amount of time spent with them. I just love poetry. And I think anyone who writes poetry, like really writes poetry and lays themselves on the page, I think really graces the reader with like such a huge blessing. Thank you so much, Miss Elliott. I am definitely going to read this today, read and review today. It's a really short book of poetry, which is awesome because it looks like it's just enough. It's a little over 30, it's about 40 pages of poetry. So thank you so much. Framing her poems as intimate conversations. See? Intimate conversations, getting to know the poet. Framing her poems as intimate conversations while addressing the complexity of her relationships, the physical and spiritual world, Elliot turns her own instances of life, love, and loss to showcase a collection of personal thoughts. I am so here for this. I'm gonna snap it up. All the poems that I fall in love with. Thank you so much, Miss Elliott. It's like I have such a diverse set. I have urban fiction, poetry, inspirational literature, African American literature, contemporary fiction. It's like so much. Thank you so much, ladies. Ooh. Ooh. Harris Rosa James, Parental Advisory. This cover is so dope. Oh my gosh, it is so dope. And she signed it. Thank you. Look at this bookmark. Oh my goodness, this is just so dope. And this is the next book coming out. This is the next book coming out. Loyal Snakes. Harris is a young man that started from the bottom. He survived the projects and hustling the streets of Kansas City, Missouri. Harris earned his street credit and with the fast life had a woman at his disposal. But a combination of his distorted perception of relationships and selfishness fueled his inability to settle down, and he leaves a trail of destruction, and so he meets Twyla. Twyla tamed Harris's womanizing behavior, proving that all men will commit to who they want when they want. With a new view on life, Harris becomes a one-woman man overnight and leaves behind 6 women as casualties. But Harris's past will not allow him to live happily ever after with his newfound love. Find out which one of Harris's conquests comes back to haunt him. Ooh, it's like a thriller type. Oh, yes. It is 90 pages long. It's a short read. It is so beautiful. Look at this cover. This cover is so dope. Thank you so much. This is like a thriller. I love it. I love everything about it. I love everything about it. This is so dope. This is so dope. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. See, like, if you haven't read anything by an indie author, I highly suggest you start, because I'm speaking from experience from someone who has read like so many books, like so many books, and I've purchased so many books, and I've done like, I'm so sweaty. I don't care about the country or the origin or the sexuality or the race of the author. That means nothing to me. But I love authors that bear their souls on the page. And I'm not saying that mainstream published authors can't bear their souls on the page, but I do know that depending on what publishing house you work for, you're very limited if you're a mainstream author on what you can say, because you can destroy the publishing house's brand. As an indie author, you can say whatever you want. You can be as raw as you want. Issa Matten Mills, Colleen Hoover, even the woman who wrote After, and I think it's Ann Todd, who wrote the After series that's now on Netflix. Issa Matten Mills, her books are, I think, starting to go into Barnes and Nobles. Colleen Hoover's books are starting to be in Barnes and Nobles, and she's now mainstream published. But before she was mainstream published, when she wrote books like Verity, Maybe Someday, It Ends With Us, like, these authors could write whatever they want and could be as raw as they want. And that's what I love about indie authors, indie music, indie movies. You literally are your own creator, and you have no one censoring you or silencing you and telling you to change this or that. So it's like literally, oh, I'm sweaty. I say all that to say, when you read indie authors' work, you're really getting a raw story that hits so much harder than a lot of these mainstream published. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I love this cover. What he took, a novel. Do you not look at this cover? Look at this cover. It's like the sun. There we go. It's so good. We look alike a little bit. I think we look alike. Oh, I love it. Atlanta has been magical for Sylvia. She had a dream job, a husband who adored her, and a strong friendship circle. Sylvia, a middle-aged high school principal, takes a harrowing journey of self-discovery after leaving her husband. She is working to balance relationships, family, and work when she discovers a new love. Suddenly, tragedy strikes. But who can she trust? How will she find the strength to continue on? So it's like a suspense. Did her ex-husband kill her new lover? I don't know, but my mind instantly went there. Instantly went there. This is by S.R. Hannibal. I really love this cover. What he took. I'm assuming it's her ex-husband who took her new love away from her. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming. And I'm down to the last two. Okay, this is a series. This is book 1 and this is book 2. So I should probably put it like this. Book 1 and book 2. So, Salacious by Mina Monroe, and Salacious 2, Past the Present by Mina Monroe. They're both novels. I really love this cover. When skeletons have been released from an unwanted closet, demons from her traumatic past turn the very uncomfortable life of a 23-year-old Victoria into a living nightmare. Ooh, it's nothing like those past demons to mess your future up. Salacious 2, Victoria is forced to deal with the past prior to moving forward with her life after all the drama her twin sister Valerie caused. I'm gonna stop there because I didn't read book 1 and I don't want to spoil book 1 for you or me by reading the synopsis for book 2. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Monroe. I am so excited to jump into both of your books. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to read Harris and what he took. So it's like so many different types of genres here, so many different types of fiction, and I'm so excited and I'm so here for it. Thank you guys so much. Read so many more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not think for a second that I'm not excited to read all of your work, and I appreciate, wait, I gotta take care of my new babies. Okay, I appreciate you trusting me with your heart that you put on these pages, and I am so excited to read and review and to share your work with everyone. thank you so much for sending me your precious works. I will not take it lightly, and I cannot wait to dive in. Cannot wait to dive in and leave reviews. If you like this video and you want more content from me, please remember to like and subscribe, and please make sure that you click any of the links below for any of the authors' works that you were interested in. Let's try that again. Please click the links below to any of the authors that you found interest in while I was doing my unboxing, unwrapping, opening video. I know I am so excited to read and review. All of these books will be read and reviewed and discussed in my September, October, and November closeouts. I'm reading so many more books. I'm reading right now I'm reading about 7 books. I'm going to add 3 of these to it, so that's going to take me to 10 books. So I'm going to have so many books to review with you guys and close out for August, September, and October that I'm going to do 3 separate videos. So if you like any of the books that are interested in the books that I just showed you guys, please make sure that you click the links below and support these indie authors. I am going to continue to support indie authors every way that I can. If there is anything else, no, there's nothing else. I'm just really hot. Oh God, I'm like brown sugar melting out here. Yeah, get it? Yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.